happy 2026. Welcome to my first binder maintenance video of the year. We're going to be setting up both of these binders as well, and then also shuffling a few things around based on what's going in these binders. A few things before we start. I've got my overhead light on today because it is dark outside, so that's why the lighting's different, and there is going to be, you know, this lovely shadow. But I want to do this today, so we're doing it today. It's not a lot going on. This is my new Xdinary Heroes binder just because my other one didn't fit, and then this was a binder that, because I reached a certain threshold on Meow Cafe's website, it was like a free gift, and then I guess the thing is then you're meant to go and buy the pages to like make up for almost. But I had these knocking around from my other A5 wine binder, so yeah, I'd only originally planned for this, and then this got sent. I was like, well, I might as well use it, so that's why it's taken me a minute to figure out what was going on. But yeah, so we'll probably start with the A4 binder, just because, as I said, I definitely know and I'm like 100% sure on what is going in here. I have a very strong idea of this, but I just want to see whether it'll actually work out. But yeah, so first of all we're gonna go into my other XH binder because I want to take some stuff out of that to put in the front of that, just if you get what I mean. But yes, that is, I think, all the disclaimers, so off we go. Okay, so quick stop in my first H binder. Also, sorry for my chat, it is going to squeak so much. What I want to do in here is take this filler out and put Ode's card into the set. Yes, he's staying in the star sleeve because he's my bias. And then I'm also just going to take Beautiful Mind out of the back of here, just because this binder is pretty full. I'm taking Beautiful Mind out of here. I don't know if I said that all live and full. I'm all over the place. But I'm just taking them out of here because I just want the binder to have a bit more breathing room. And obviously there's quite a few pages for live and full, and there's not a lot of cards in them yet. That has changed. I've now got all of the message cards I'm missing on the way. Like these middle rows, I've got the few I'm missing on the way. But I just took the pages out and I thought it felt so much better without that era in there. That's literally all we're doing to this binder today, just stealing some pages and putting a card in, but that just already looks so much better and like less pressure on the cards. Fabulous. But as I said, that's all for this binder, and I do apologise for any glare on the pages. I should have said that at the beginning, but I didn't because I'm so smart. Yes, so I can't shut this because it'll blind the camera, but we'll move on to actually setting up the new binder now. So I've taken it out of the plastic. Let's have a look. It is exactly the same as the other one because, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it sort of mentality. It's just a fresh new binder filled up with Xdinary Heroes cards. So yeah, so with my order I planned on getting this in some new sleeves, and I just ended up with the extra binder because when I put the shipping on, it ended up hitting a certain threshold. So yes, I did buy all of this with my money, as I always do. Well, it was Christmas money, so it was money gifted, but it was my money at the time I spent it, sort of thing. So first we're going to put those Beautiful Mind pages in, because why not? I also do need to set up this binder with Love to Deafen, but I haven't made any fillers because I'm like really smart, so I may have to pause in a second to do that. Because for my other binder that I'm setting up, I've made the fillers, even though that's the one I'm less like sure on. Can someone like actually check my brain works for me, please? Please, page, please go on. Okay, that just doesn't like me. Guess we'll do this bit then. So for this binder, it's going to have, as I said, Beautiful Mind and then Love to Death will go in here as well. But also behind those two eras, I'm going to put pobs for the guardian. both Ode and everybody else's. I'm just going to do them in member order instead of doing them in sets, because I have some sets but not enough to warrant doing it like that. So pages, I got some more to binder, but I already have a pack left over from previous orders. Oh my god, this chair is so fucking squeaky. Yes, so I'm going to put some pages in and then store some cards. Okay, so I put the pages in, I've made my fillers, because I thought I might as well do that whilst I was off, and what we'll do now is I'll just go through and put them in. I have obviously got my polls from this album, but I'm not putting them away right now, just for the sake of ease. So this first spread that I'm going to do is going to have the two Lovesick version selfie cards, and then also the selfie card in that concept from the tin case. I was originally going to put the units on the middle row, but then I thought that would work as a transition page, which you'll see in a moment. So it'll go like that. These pages will work for me. So the Lovesick unit is going to go on the top, the tin case polar in the middle, and then the end version units. And then the end concept will just repeat the way the Lovesick version was set up, with the tin case card in the middle and the two regular photo book cards on the top and bottom. As for the two US exclusives, I aren't from the US, and Barnes and Noble don't seem to ship internationally, so I don't know if I ever will get a hold of those two group cards. If I do, I'll make a spot for them, but so far I haven't seen them at all, unlike the Overload US exclusive, which I had seen a few times before I managed to get it. But anyway, the platform cards, we're going to have the selfie on the top, the QR in the middle, and then the message card on the bottom. So that the two ones with like the blue, like the really bright blue background, bracketing the one where they've got like the wood behind them, I'm pretty sure. So now that I put the name fillers in, we can go through just some. I'm just going to put some sleeves in. I'll go through my white sleeves, and then when I do run out, because I'm going to just fill in the rest of the spots with some black sleeves. Yes, I know I've already got this Jungsuan gown, but for the sake of this, these white sleeves might be too big. Why are you sparkly? Oh, that's a sparkly sleeve in your... Where are these sleeves from? They're not going in. Okay, black sleeves it is. You ain't gonna pull me on. I'll just... Whatever will go in. I was wondering where that would be. Yeah, so I know I've already got some of these cards, but until I store them, they're just gonna have fillers in the spots. Have I been doing that wonky the entire time? Oh my god. Because my chair isn't very good, it just slowly sinks as I sit on it, so I can't actually see the camera at the moment. That's why it keeps creaking, because I'm adjusting it to like be high enough up again. I need to put some more paper first. I just make it easy to put in at the moment, but then when I need the sleeves, I'm not going to be very happy with myself. And in case it wasn't clear, it'll go it'll go Gunny or Jungsu gown, Ode, Junhanjuyeon, like I always do for OT6, and then with the units it'll just be, you know, Gunny's unit, and then do they have two each? So say for example, you know, it'll be Gunnil, and if there's a unit with Jungsu, then it'll be the Gunnil and Jungsu unit, or if not, it'll be the Gunnil and Gown unit, if not, it'll be the Gunnil and Oju unit, you know. So I do it in member order based on the combinations of what could be possible. I don't know the exact ones. I mean, I could get the template up on my laptop, but it's not really a big deal considering I'm not actually putting anything away today. Oh, there's a sleeve there. Fabulous. We've still got another page to go. Final spread. I'm going to have a block sleeves. Is the question. I hope so. I've noticed now it's going to be a trend that whenever I want to do an Xdinary binder maintenance, the lighting's going to be awful. Because the last time I set up one of these binders, the lighting was awful as well. I'm going to have just about enough by the looks of it. Fab. So I'd flip through and show you the layout, but it's pretty boring, and I've talked through it as I put the initial fillers in. And I've got 2 black sleeves left, so let's hope none of my collections I use those for grow anytime soon. And then behind here I'm going to put my pobs for all 6 members, because why not? I might start with O's first just because I have got more for him and he is my main bias. So this is his stack, and I guess I'll just get started popping them in. I'm not going to leave spaces, and it'll just be that I'll have to shuffle things around as and when I get any more, and I am going to just mix in his merch cards, like these ones, and just do it based on chronology. So that's the first page. I also haven't tried out the layout for these, so this is literally just they've come straight out with my other binder. And they're going straight into here. Well, I know I want that one there. And that one on the top. Because it's all like pinky purple. I might go back through and like reorganize some of these spreads like there together, and just so it looks a bit nicer. But for now this will do. Like, do I really want 2 like half hearts next to each other? Probably not, but and like that, you know, then the concept can all be together. I really should have organised these before I started putting them in. Saved future me a job of, I have to say, having to reorganise them. But at least we can finally see the double-sided of that now, because I've taken them out of the black sleeves. Obviously if they're going in here, they'll be single-sided, so I want to be able to see the backs of all the cards, apart from obviously the clear card, because there is no back to back, so that's why it's in a white sleeve. And then final few. Do I have a black sleeve I can pop in this corner? So if I'd kept that other ode card, it would have been a full 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 pockets for him, but instead we've just got these. So I'm going to do a bit of maintenance on them now. That'll look better because he's got the pink bits in both of them. Don't want that one in the middle. I like that one in the middle. Yeah, because it's like this pink. And so I guess you're going there, which makes sense. Swap you two. Yeah. No. Yes. I know technically the tour happened after the merch came out, but it's my binder, my rules. Not on this page. Don't know why I even got that one out. But yes, so that's Ode. And now I'm going to put the other members in here. I'm going to need more pages looking at the stack, but that's not a problem. Here's the rest of them. They're still in the like double sleeve of the just a rainbow hollow. But dust on Gwenille. Ooh. Okay. Let's do these ones. So Gwenille, I'll go first. Obviously. Snip the page. And oh, we skipped the page there. Excuse me. Oopsie. It's a noisy arse chair. If I just shimmy everything along to below fit, so I am just gonna do that. Okay, so I've rejigged it a little bit, so we've got Odes. Incomplete. And then we have Gwenille going on to Jungsu, and then Jungsu onto Gown. I have left 1 or 2 spots just because if not there'd only be 1 Gown card on the next page, and that feels mean. So, and there's a spot there as well, but I haven't got a sleeve. Remember, I'll find a sleeve to put there though. Yes, so that is all for this new Xdinary Heroes binder. Really just setting it up for when I get some of these cards in. It's already relatively full with the pre-order cards in, but I'd have done before. They can always be moved back out again, but I just thought for now I might as well pop them in here with the album cards. Yes, so that's our first binder done. What we'll probably do now is move on to what's going in the binder that Ode's cards used to go into. So this is my old Ode binder, and this is my Zerobaseone binder. What I would like to do is what I have done is I've taken all my pobs out of the ZB1 binder because I want to make sure that all the album cards are together. So I've made some fillers for reflow. I've got my Iconic Japan fillers out again, and what I'm going to do is put them in and then put my Pobs pob sets back in and see sort of how much space that gives me to play about with, and then the rest of my, well, it's mainly Gubin pobs. I only have the one extra handbin pob. I'll move into this one. I've fully taken all this out. I might swap these pages over, I'm not entirely sure, but we're going to do this first. You can already see without the pobs in just how much less full this binder is, and yes, I've taken out handbin's keyring. I'm going to put that in the other binder. So, Iconic Japan fillers, so you're finally back. Let's go in here. So that's my layout for the Iconic Japan. I did get Gubin. I pulled Howin Jiwoong, so if anybody wants Howin Jiwoong and has a Gubin or maybe a handbin, Instagram's in the description as it always is. Then for reflow at the moment, there's only the limited version with the necklace, and that apparently comes with a PC and a polar for each member, so that's literally all I've got to set up for them so far is this single full pocket. And then these are all my sets, where I have them in pairs, so let's just see who will fit. So using the shade and weave, this Apple Music, and then on to melting point where I have a few sets. And then Yora. Hello. Wonky again. Are we straight? I don't know. I can't see. The binder just looks wonky. I don't know if that's just because the pages and now got not so much tension on them. Into Sinner Paradise. Present. And then Blue Paradise. So there's a few pages left, but I might just leave them in there in case there's any more reflow versions mentioned, announced for any reason. I do have another pop set for Blue Paradise as well. But yeah, that's all for this binder. Just need to put those back away. Fab. And then there's this binder, which is now going to be home to this little stack of other pobs. I think I've also kept their merch stuff, their fan con and season's greeting stuff, and we're going to just quickly see if these pages will fit in here because I'd rather have them in some slightly nicer pages since I've got them at the moment. I don't know how many I need. Grab a stack, put them in, and we can add if we need to. Oh yes, fabulous. And then keyrings. I have my Benini, and then I've also got this from the Never Say Never album version. So there's that. We're not zoomed in enough, so there's mess everywhere, but I'll fix that later. For now, we're gonna get some cards in. So this page is going to be Fancon cards. They're still going. So yes, I'm not putting away any new pops that I've got for these guys. I do have a few new Gubin pops. I might leave the space for those as we go through. FanCon 2023. These pages, this binder is moving and shaking, and then we've got these season's greetings pubs. That'd be fabulous. And then we have my random assortment of cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of Cuvin's in first, just because I know I've got definitely a lot more for him than Hanbin. And then Hanbin can just go on the last page since there's only the one. Hopefully there'll be space. So I've got 2 melting point cards on the way. So, well, not on the way, but with me. So I might just do these as like a 2-pattern, and then what I can do eventually is pop the cards in. But for now, this white sleeve fit. Fab. Some of these different sizes. Have I mixed up my white sleeves with some sleeves I've had of other people? So this is not normal behaviour. There we go. Must have had some cards coming white sleeves and I've got them mixed up. But anyway, tuck that under there. Yeah, so these are still in the same weird chronological order of mixing merch and pobs, but they were in the other binder. I don't feel the need to change the order they're in. They're going to stay how they were, which does unfortunately mean my ducky crisscross is now gone, but you win some, you lose some sort of thing. I still want this page, is this concept. No, that can go there. That one can go up there. This one can go down here, and then as I said, Hanbin can go there. So take those extra pages out. No, I can't because I have got another Giving card, so I'll need a page for Hanbin's card. This. So that is now this binder, just with a little info for these guys. Just because they don't fit in the other binder anymore, and I don't need another big binder since they're not continuing much longer. But yes, I will hopefully sort of decorate it again like I did with Odes, like when it was Odes binder. At some point I'll have to have a dig around and see what I've got for Hanbin and Guvin, and I'm just going to quickly fill this page with white sleeves. Get to me page. Focus. Right, that's actually this binder done this time once that dirt's gone. Lovely. There we go. On to... Oh, I would need to quickly go into my XH wide binder and then we will finally set up that other one. So by taking apart the old binder, I've now got like a chain of events. Like these cards now have nowhere to live because I can't have them in the back of my ZB1 binder. So these are trading cards, a concert, like tour, Europe pobs, and then the circle cards and stickers from Livelock. So what I'm going to do is just pop them in my OT6 random stuff binder for a little bit and see how we get on, because there's not really any space on the spreads for the stickers. The circle cards don't fit and the trading cards don't fit, so it's kind of just like this is the only XH related binder I have. We've had our run out mid-story clip because it would not be one of my videos without one of them. So they're there, thankfully noticed before I did anything else. So what we're gonna do is I put the fillers in for the 2026 season's greetings, and because I pre-ordered, there'll be a pre-order set and then a 2 sets. So I'm going to leave those 2 pages free, and then what I'm going to do is put the circle cards here. So now this binder is going to be very full, which is not ideal, but I don't need like an A4 merch binder for them. Like, that's ridiculous. And then the tour cards can go on the back because they're not particularly exciting on the back. Maybe when I have to kick the pobs back out of the A4 binder, I'll find a more permanent solution for these trading cards and stuff, but for now they can just go here. So troubleshooting ones will go first, which is one of my 2 complete sets. Which makes sense because these are break tour. Yeah, so it's live lock, break the break, tour, troubleshooting, and live and full. These still aren't sleeved because I still don't have enough sleeves for all of them. It's also getting to the point now where I've stopped seeing these live and full trading cards as much, and I'm like, I should have just bought them. I was a silly billy and I didn't. And then we've got the beautiful lined ones in the back here, which I have complete. And then the love to death ones when I put my paws away, will go on the back here. So that's this binder. That's added in. And then trading cards. So voila. That is it for this binder. It's officially time to set up my other one. Yay! Hello, this clip is quite obviously being filmed at a different time. I did originally set this binder up the same evening I filmed the other clips, but it's been about a month since then and I just keep looking at this binder and I don't like it, so I've just taken everything out. I have reorganised this like previously so I know what order I want everything in, but it's still a setting up my binder video, so I just want to talk through it. This is probably pretty redundant because I have just said in that previous clip that I could really do with another binder this size for Xdinary heroes. But this is what I've dubbed my NCTU binder, because at heart I love NCT because of NCTU. Like, I have my other binder where I have all those Chunla cards and Jungkook cards and Kun cards, but it was the concept of you that enticed me to them. That's why I collect Dojajung fully. That's why like my second album I picked up as a solo album for Haechan, why I have a lot of U cards, and why I will probably be picking up Gen because I love the mini subunits. I obviously love like the full like proper like official subunits like Dream and 127 and Wavy and Wish and all that, but U is what enticed me to them, so that's just how my collection's gonna go type thing. Okie dokie, good. As if it, you know, not in a mean way, but like other people have a say in what I collect. But yes, so in here's going Dojajung, Taste, Chunla Solo, NCTU, and then SMCU and Pink Christmas stuff 5 at the moment. These are all the pages I have, so we are double-siding them, which is pretty redundant to the fact that I put these cards in the frame sleeves, but now you're not even going to be able to see the back because I don't have enough pages. But it does not matter. We'll just start putting them in. I do also have a cold, and unfortunately my nails are so rusty dusty, but I cut this finger open the other day, so I can't get a nail polish off that one, and if I just see it peeking in the rest of them, yeah. Don't get aggressive with a bread knife, guys, that's all I'm gonna say. But so we're starting with perfume with the photo book cards. So as I said, I have figured out what order I want all of this to go in. So this is our first page. It would be great if it could focus. And then this is where our second set is going. that's all the photobook cards, and then this is one of Jungkook's box cards, but it's gonna go there. And then the fillers in here are a mess. Some of them are these lovely heart ones that I have left. Some of them are just black sleeves. Some of them are pieces of paper. But you know, we make do. So these are the other two box sets. As we can see, I only have 2 of the 9 cards, and they're all Jungkook's. But I just thought, like, this album lays itself well to like 3 pockets, because obviously there's the 3 members, and I'm not putting them in a 9 pocket, but the 6 pocket, it works. So that's what we're doing. Then we have the Doyoung Digipack card, and then this mini, and then page, yeah, so sorry if this is like relatively quick. As I said, I originally stored this like a month ago, so whatever I said originally, that's gone. But it's just as I was going through and looking at the clip and me putting it away, I was like, I've changed so much about this binder, like the clip barely holds any sort of weight anymore, so it makes sense to just redo it. It is quite funny to watch me like stumble around trying to set this binder up, where I had like a template up on my computer. You can see the stand there. I was clicking through the waffling I did about NCTU and that. But just you know, the announcement to Jonah J made me like lock in and be like, it's coming up tomorrow, I think. So I was like, I need to get this binder sorted. Not that like when I get my albums in, I'll be able to store them, because I've got no page space unless I just stick my card on the back of here, which I might do, to be honest. Then we have Haechan. So yes, that's all a perfume. That's just a random trading card I've got, so that's why it's by itself on the back. And I am also like not putting fillers in every single slot because the backs of the cards, you know, fit. But here were my taste cards so far, and that goes there. And then for now, I'm just putting the 3 channel solo cards I have on the back, because my other NCT binder is very full and I am very scared. But I will quickly flip through that one after I've set this up, just so you can sort of see what changes have happened in there because of this, and you don't go there because you go in this slot. This page is a bit weird because NCTU, obviously, as you can see, I'm doing it in order of the albums, but then there are these 2 IDs, and if I didn't put this here, then it would throw off like having resonance and all that stuff together. So I know that doesn't belong there, but I'm just going to have like an ID page here, or maybe I'll move. It's because it's part 1, that's why I wanted to put it here, because I could have done like these, then like the yellow version of part 2, the black version of part 2, and then done universe and had that in the middle because it's part 1. Don't know, subject to change. Everything I always do is subject to change. Take this for example, is literally here I am a month later refilming the clip because I didn't like how I did it originally. I don't know where that paper is there. You're meant to be here for some. I don't know where that paper's meant to go. I'll put it aside when I figure out. Sorry, I've just hit the camera. Channel and Jungkook. So let's make this fit. You need to go in the middle. This is looking more familiar. And that goes in there. Fab. So I call this like my top 3 NCTU collection. I don't actually know like who's my top 3 in the entirety of NCT. That's just like a conversation I don't want to have with myself. So I just collect my top members from each subunit who have been included in NCTU comeback. When Wish appear in an NCTU comeback, obviously this is going to ruin my nice little setup I've got going on, but it's whatever. We will get to that when that happens, which unfortunately doesn't seem to be anytime soon, because we thought there was going to be an NCTU comeback this year, and then that was announced for reorganising, which I'm not complaining. I'm excited for that album. I have pre-ordered it. That and Hedgehog Solo album are the only albums I've pre-ordered in the last 6 months, so I think that should give you an inclination of how excited I am for that to happen. So you go in that spot. Let's fill paper in. And then we move on to SMCU. Pink Christmas. This originally I had left in the other binder, but it physically does not fit now because I have too many cards for an A5 binder, which is on an O-ring, but you know. It's whatever. This was not how this was originally. I have done something differently. These were not on a page like this. What has happened here? Hello? Oh, I know what I did. I literally just in case what was the one before? Palace Express, in case I ever took an interest in picking that up, which I doubt I will. But the only reason why I'm doing this, like one page of it, is because I've somehow ended up with both Chandler and Jungwoo's. This, because then these ones go in the middle to fill in that blank, and then the other 2 sets from this year Pink Christmas go here. Yeah, originally I wasn't gonna put Pink Christmas. Well, when I set this binder up, I didn't double side them, which was stupid and ridiculous of me, but I wanted to see the backs because I bought them in these cool sleeves. So Pink Christmas and SMCU ended up going back into the normal binder, and then they didn't fit in a normal binder, so then they ended up in that blue 3-pocket one, and it was just all over the place. Like, I don't want NCT across 3 different binders, when if I support my pride and just double side the cards. They still have the cute green borders, so it's like whatever. So here's 2023, and then here's the fillers for 2024. Not that I have any of them, and then there hasn't been any Pink Christmas since, and I'm sad because I thought it was cute even before I got into NCT collectors. I followed Collected Pink Christmas, and I was like, oh my god, this is a cute concept. I would die for some Xdinary Heroes Christmas theme cards. Okay, so this is what the binder looks like so far. I will quickly go at the front, and we can have a flip through, and I'm having to like sort of like half bend the pages so I don't whack the camera. So this backing board is definitely going to hit it, so let me just. So I have my Jungu keyring here, because why not? None of my keyrings fit in my NCT binder now because they're too close and they will dent the pages. But yeah, so this is my gifted random binder that I had no idea what I was going to use, but now I'm very glad I have, because this NCT was not going to fit anywhere else. So this is my perfume collection so far. We get Into Taste, and then we have Lucid, then we have NCTU 2018, Into Resonance, the random ID page, Resonance Part 2, Universe and Golden Age, back of my SMCU page, So this coon has got some dust in him. Christmas. So that's all for this binder. As I said, I will quickly grab you my other NCT binders so you can see what is going on in there. And now that all this has been moved out. And then after that, it will hopefully be the end of this video. And all her glory still says Jungkook on it. Just about made it right. So Jungkook's album cards are still at the front, and then here's Kuhn's. I have got spaces in here for cards that are coming. Some of them, like 2 cards, are having to go in this spot just because I physically don't have the space. It's an O-ring. Then we have Chonla again. Spots where cards are going. My NCT wish page. Then like album related pop stuff. Then non-album related pop and merch stuff for Jungkook. Kuhn, and then all of these pages are for Chonla Pop. I have a few, and then there's Jungkook just at the back here because he didn't fit in this section. But yeah, so even though I've taken all those cards out of this binder is still very full for an O-ring, especially when all the cards are in. So that's scary, but you'll see that in a storing video, which I should hopefully do soon. I would film it today if I had the storage, but I don't think I'll have the storage because I've got like 2 whole boxes worth of cards. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this was interesting to some extent. Sorry for the change in lighting day outfit. Without in this last clip, my voice has been probably really bad. But thank you for watching. Have a lovely day, and hopefully I will see you soon. Bye bye.